to a nerd-erotic podcast. Another one with iZombie Season 3. This is episode 4. Wag the Tongue Slowly is what the name of the episode is called. I am one of your hosts, Dennis Bithoulkas, down in San Diego. And with me in San Francisco is...
Melissa Wagner. Hi, everybody.
Hello. So how you doing, Melissa?
I'm doing good, Dennis. How are you today?
I'm doing good. You know, sunburned as usual. So,
well, that's San Diego for you.
Yes, yes.
I remember getting those a lot when I lived there.
So, this episode, we're continuing with a couple of different storylines. We've got Major is still dying.
Yes. It started out with his search for. He's still searching for Natalie, right? Was that her name?
Searching for Natalie. Yeah. The zombie hooker is.
I have totally seen that movie too.
Yes. And we also have Blaine has lost his memory, and he's taken a concoction that Ravi has put together that supposedly is going to bring back memories for people who have taken the zombie cure.
Right.
We're waiting to see what the results are on that one. It could take a couple of days.
So sort of a cure for the side effect?
Cure for the side effects, so he'll get his memories back. Because right now, Blaine is a blank slate. He doesn't remember anything from his life.
Or does he?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, right? So Ravi's put together exactly 17 of these, or 18, because Blaine takes
17.
one, and then there's 17. So he's got this little satchel with 17 bits of the cure.
Cures.
Yeah, because that's all they were able to make with what they recovered.
Yeah, from the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And then we also have Clive is still looking for the killers of the family that he knew that were now zombies. There's a kid, a mom, and her brother, and they were all shot in the head. And so he's still continuing that search as well.
Right. I love how they're like going through all of the printouts of all the conversations on what's essentially the Nextdoor app, right?
Yes.
Except they don't call it that. What do they call theirs? Do you remember?
I can't remember. It was some kind of zombie app. It was a neighborhood like digital billboard thing. So there's all these like neighborhood conversations. So I mean, I don't know. Do you guys have that in San Diego? Yeah. We use it all the time.
The Nextdoor app.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big conversation about trash bins this week. So it's getting ugly.
We have lost dogs and lost cats because we live next to a canyon.
Oh, yay. Is there coyotes in that canyon?
There's coyotes. There's probably mountain lions too. So
wow.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's where a good majority of these lost dogs and cats end up.
Oh boy. So they started last episode, and they're still in this episode shuffling through all of the printouts of the conversations from this neighborhood app, because they figure there's got to be, what of the neighbors led them to it? Like, if I knew, lots of people knew because it was posted on this, right? So
yeah, because their house was even put, the map of their house was posted online. He goes, here's where it is, and he showed him the post.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're going through that, and then we also have our murder mystery of the week, which is a office gossip who is poisoned.
Hilarious. I think, and it's like she was poisoned. She was accidentally poisoned, right?
Accidentally poisoned, correct.
Yeah. They just wanted to take her down a notch. But Liv, what cuisine does she make with the brains this week?
I couldn't really tell what she was making. It looked like just some kind of sauce.
Yeah. So
really.
Yeah, it was an office of basically dental office equipment sales. So dental supplies and things like that. So, and she's one of the top sellers, but she is like the worst high school gossip you've ever encountered, and she is loving getting the dish on people and is very willing to scoop it out.
Yeah. I just found it funny this time around when they're making the brains du jour this time around. When they're trying to scoop it into the saucepan, they've got that one little bit of brain that sticks into the bowl, and they try to stop the montage so she could shake it out, and she finally gets it out.
Right. Yeah. It would, something that would normally probably really happen. And instead of editing it out, like really was like, okay, that's a funny little stall there. So
Yeah, it was nice. They
a
hadn't
good cuisine production moment.
yeah, and they hadn't done that before, which was kind of nice. It was a nice
Mhm.
little aside for all of us that have been watching since season 1.
Right. Yeah.
And then also we find out that Clive's boss might be having an affair as well of her own within the office.
Right. But
Because
it's like, do we really care? Like, it was not anybody, right? It was just
we
for,
don't.
I don't think
Yeah.
it'll go anywhere. I don't think that that's going to be anything that continues. I thought it was just an interesting little tidbit to throw to, gossip zombie Liz that, live this episode. I don't think we'll see it happen again.
No, we won't. I thought it was pretty funny though too that Clive turns around, she's watching her, close the blinds, and he's like, "Oh my God, she was right."
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It was pretty funny. But no, we get Major finds Natalie. He finds out where she's at, who she's been kidnapped by, and where she is, and how she's being kept. And he offers her his syringe of the zombie cure.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells her, he goes, well, when you take it, your memories are going to gradually fade. You're not going to remember anybody. You're not going to remember your old life. And hopefully you can become somebody else if you want this.
Right. You get to be reborn into this brand spanking new person.
Yeah.
Which, when you're a zombie hooker, probably is the best way to go. Let's face it.
Yeah. It wouldn't be bad. And you become human again. So that, and then we left with Major going on, he is now part of the zombie soldier brigade, if you will. And he's going overseas. He's been shipped overseas with his inhaler and no zombie cure.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm really surprised that he gave that up, because remember, one of the reasons he's walking around with that bit of the cure is because he is dying.
Yeah, he's getting ready to go full on Romero.
Yeah, if he doesn't, but he's not willing to just take it because he doesn't know that he's going to be able to get his memories back. So Ravi has given Blaine an injection of the cure, and Blaine is under supervision of a certain assistant district attorney right now.
Who Ravi likes and screwed up.
He loves her.
Yes. He loved her so much that he ended up screwing his old boss.
Yeah. Like, where's Chuck Bass when you need him? He would never settle for second best. He'd be so busy, like, driving that one all the way to the grave. He would never do that.
Yes, I know. And Peyton and Blaine are getting ready to kind of get it on, and basically
Saturday, because they said Saturday morning, if Blaine hasn't gotten his memories by Saturday morning, chances are it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So he wakes up in the morning and he says, "Oh, no, no change at all." But I don't believe him.
I don't believe him either.
Oh, good. I thought it was just me. I was like, no fucking way. You know what it is? He's keeping it under wraps because he doesn't want he doesn't want his core group here cured.
Well, I don't think it's just that. I think also he wanted to get together with Peyton.
Nail Peyton?
Yeah. I was going to say Bone, but yeah, Nail's good too.
Nail, Peyton, Bone. Yeah. Both are rather eloquent. But I don't see him really going to all that trouble, honestly. He wasn't having that much trouble getting any before. He's not going to have any trouble getting it now. I mean,
but you gotta remember, screwing over Ravi is the side benefit of it as well, and it is Blaine who would do something like that.
Well, let's also remember, like, I do hope that they have safe sex because it's sexually transmittable.
But he's now no longer a zombie. He's
or is he?
He shouldn't be. Yeah, because
he shouldn't be. But it's like, so is he human? But he has his memories back. Are we going to be playing the piano somewhere? And you know what? Don't those piano playing episodes remind you of the Demon Karaoke Bar?
Yes, they do. They do quite a
I
bit.
miss that. I miss that so much.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a whole host of different things. I mean, Ravi being drunk most of this episode.
I will say this episode was not as funny as the last couple. It wasn't quite, it didn't have quite the same level of comedy. It was still funny, but it wasn't like, making me cry funny. I think that Major is really great when he is doing like, a comedy part. Like when he's the most funny, he's really funny. So I'm hoping that he gets more interesting brains again in the future sometime soon.
Yeah, definitely. And I think next episode we're actually going to have Liv as a dominatrix.
Oh, it's going to be so good. I am so excited about that. I totally forgot. That is going to be amazing. Amazing. And I love the part where they're like, well, you are a little bit bossy already, right? And I'm like, I know. I love that. So, a lots of love from Agent Bossy Boots to you.
So we found out also from Clive's, zombie family that's been murdered that leads them to a gun store owner who is the most likely suspect. And he happens to be the brother of the security guard that was at the Max Rager party who ended up dying.
Right.
Or not.
Right.
And he was underground. He was actually the guy who was holding the all the hostages of the Chaos Killer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he was the guard down there, and he ended up getting killed. He got shot in the head. So, but he had shown his brother these photos of the Romero zombies and also the regular zombies as well. And so he knows that zombies are real and is trying to spread that information out there.
That character, when they go to question him, I was like, oh my God, he looks like somebody I'd be related to. I really expected him to turn around and have like a Wisconsin accent or something. With the guy, that he was very believable in that character. I really want to IMDb that guy and see if he's ever done anything else or if they actually pulled somebody off a gun range. He just he seemed so authentic.
I can pretty much tell you here. I have the page up, and I believe it was
the IMDb page.
Yes, the IMDb page. I actually came prepared this time around.
Yay!
And I think he was Harley Jones, if I'm not mistaken.
See?
Yes, that's him. And he has been in. He was in the movie College. He's been in Tenacious D, that movie as well.
What?
He was in Transformers as the cafe kid.
What year was that?
For Tenacious D?
No, for the Transformers.
2007. So that was 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he was probably. I'm guessing. Yeah, he was born in 1989. So, yeah.
So he was in Tenacious D.
He was in Tenacious D, yes.
Okay. That might be why he looked like a little bit familiar. I thought it was just because we were maybe related.
He's been in actually quite a bit of things. He's got even the Bernie Mac show back in 2005.
Okay.
So
well,
yes,
I will say he did a really good job. He was totally believable as that character.
He was very believable as the redneck gun store owner who has.
I'm not sure he's going to actually be complimented by us thinking that, but we really mean it as a compliment. I promise.
Yeah, I did like Liv's joke. When he said, where were you at the time that the family was murdered? Because I was at a picnic. She goes, you mean a Klan rally? He goes, no, I prefer to call it picnic.
It's a gathering of sorts.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, okay. So all in all, it was a filler episode, but it wasn't a bad filler episode. It was fairly entertaining. We got some stuff moved along. We found Natalie. Major's now overseas.
Blaine and Peyton get it on.
Yeah, Blaine and Peyton get it on. He may or may not have his memories. We don't know for sure. And Ravi's still drunk.
Do we want evil Blaine back, or do we like new Blaine?
Tell you the truth, I really kind of liked evil Blaine just because he was so evil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's really good at being a bad guy.
he really is.
And it's like you could do the nice guy thing. It was kind of a nice place to visit, but Blaine, we do not want to live here with you.
Yeah, exactly. He's too nice and he's too naive.
The innocent thing is like it's just trying way too hard, and I think that's what makes me not really believe that at all.
Yeah, especially when he was getting stepped over by his former employee.
Oh, the really silly one with less
Yeah,
brains than most
yeah,
people.
exactly. Less brains than a zombie hors d'oeuvre.
So they finally suspect out of the pile of printouts from the app, from the one clue that they had. So that was the gun range guy.
Yes.
So they've made some headway in that part as well. And then the murder mystery of the episode, which was,
Yes.
which was the gossip. I know it takes like such a backseat in this one to all the stuff that's going on drama wise with the crew. And
basically, before you reveal it, I was going to say, what they did is she was eating some yogurt. They were lacing her yogurt with a laxative so that they could make fun of her later on because so they had something on her, and the laxative actually reacted with some medication that she had and killed her.
I thought they gave her utopium.
Was it? It was utopium. I thought it was a laxative, but
no. It wasn't anything as simple as that. Like they actually put some drugs in there. They were trying to get her all like high so she would be, compromise herself in some way that they could hold over her and get a little vengeance for outing the porn star, outing the gay coworker. I can't remember what the other one was, but it was pretty
destroying
bad.
the career of promotion.
Yes.
Of the third one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's pretty much where it ended. And you know what? We never got a resolution as to what was going to happen to them, if they were going to get jail time or.
So what the gist of it it wasn't just one, it was all of them working together to sort of pull this prank off that went sideways and actually resulted in the death of this office gossip. And what it left it was they were all in interrogation, and they were trying to get one or two to roll on the other ones, so that they were still sort of negotiating those sort of circumstances to see who was going to try and get prosecuted for the most, like who was the ringleader, who thought it up, who actually put the drugs in the yogurt. And they were just trying to get them all to roll on each other so that they could get nice clean confessions. And
they tried framing another coworker too, who had the lowest sales. That was the other thing about this whole thing. It was kind of,
why would you try to get rid of the guy who has the lowest sales? Like, he's setting the baseline. Like, we're grading on a curve, people.
Yeah.
You need that underdog to make you look good. Don't they understand office politics at all?
No. That's why they end up murdering one of their own coworkers by accident.
Well, I have a hair salon, and Lord knows we love a little gossip, but we try to mind our own beeswax most of the time. But yeah, this reminds you like how entertaining that kind of stuff really can be, but why it's better left in high school.
Exactly. So with that, you have any other thoughts on this episode?
I do not. I thought this was a really good one. We both agree it was a bit of a filler, kind of setting it up for the next one. So I would suppose that the first thing that we're going to see in the next episode, besides Liv Moore being a awesome dominatrix, is whether Blaine has his memory restored or not. Are we going to find this out, or is he going to string us along?
I think, yes, we're going to see the morning or the afternoon after, since they started in the morning, and find out for sure whether or not Blaine has his memory back or not.
Right. Gonna keep an eye out for that giveaway.
Yep. So with that, I'm going to lead us out. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out, America.
And resistance is futile.
Good night, everyone.
Goodbye. Hey, Dennis.
Yeah.
Do you think you should add up where you can see the podcast?
Oh, you know what? That would be a good one. You know
All
what?
right. So we said goodbye, but we do have a few. You have housekeeping.
I don't have it in the other the recording either. Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's
You
okay.
don't?
I just stopped it. That was the whole thing. Um,
Did you already stop yours?
yeah, I did.
That's okay. We just got to remember we do that. Do all that before we say out.